When we're out fishing, we are constantly trying to visualize what's happening below the surface. That's why my #1 tool when I'm out bass fishing is a good pair of polarized sunglasses. If I'm on the way to the lake and I realize I forgot these, I'm either turning around and driving all the way back home to get them, or I'm going to the local tackle shop or a gas station just to pick up a crummy pair to get me through the day. But I've been doing this long enough, I know to always carry a spare set in my boat. So if I forget it or somebody I'm fishing with forgets them, they have another pair to actually use. Now, what polarized sunglasses do is they cut out the glare on the surface of the water, allowing you to see just below the surface, or if the water clarity is clear, you can see all the way down to the bottom. Now, this helps in a lot of things. A lot of people think it's just, so I can see bed fish during the spring and I can, find those beds. No. I use my sunglasses every single day of the year, no matter what the weather is or what the fishing conditions are, because there's always advantages to be gained when wearing those sunglasses. First, you can see structure below the surface, whether it's stumps, grass lines, but then second, you can see fish and bait fish below the surface, which help you key in. Obviously that's gonna help you get an advantage. But then the third thing is actually being able to see the lures, what the action of those lures are. I know when I see a stump or grass line, if I see a grass line, I wanna make sure that bait is going right along that grass line the whole time, staying in the strike zone. If I see a stump just below the surface, way in the distance, I know that during my cast, right when I get close to that stump, I'm either gonna give it a little jerk or I'm gonna give it a little pause because I know that's a hot spot right there, that the chances are likely there's gonna be a fish that comes out of there. Now, when I'm seeing fish, there's times when I'm reeling in my bait, that crankbait, and right at the end I pull it up and I see a fish flash on it. Well, a lot of times that means that those fish are either following that bait or there's fish out suspended a little bit, so I can make adjustments accordingly, whether I've changed the color, changed my retrieve. Those little puzzle pieces are what you need to do to actually have a successful day. And if you don't see that action happening, you're not gonna be able to clue in on that. Then lastly is just being able to see the action of your bait. When you're casting, you can now see that crankbait. Is it working right? The spinner bait, are you getting the right action out of those baits? And if you're not, you can make the adjustments. If you are, you have the confidence in throwing those baits and seeing if they get bit or just getting clued into what they're doing throughout the cast. So anyway, guys, I've got some glasses here. I've got the Costa sunglasses and then Maui Jims. These are a little bit higher end sunglasses, but I like glass lenses. The glass lenses are a little bit heavier, but they don't scratch as easily. And I treat all my equipment pretty rough. And so I like some sunglasses. This is gonna really prolong the life of your sunglasses if you have these glass. It costs a little bit more money, but I think, in my opinion, it's worth it. My favorite lens color is like that brown, like amber color. That really brings out the contrast of what's below the surface in all types of weather. I'm on the coast, we have a lot of fog as well as sunny conditions, and that color really performs well in all those conditions. But then, if you're on Florida, East Coast, you have real bright conditions. Those blue and green lenses really work best in those conditions. But really, if you pick up the gray, that standard gray polarized lens, you're not gonna be disappointed. And whether you want to spend $100 to $300 or you want to go to your local Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, whatever, and just pick up a cheap $10 to $15 pair, it is going to help you no matter what. I strongly recommend it if you are not doing it. And if you do, and when you do, be looking around. Constantly be trying to gain little advantages throughout the day. And when you see little things below the surface happening, that helps you put those puzzle pieces together and unlock the fishing for that day. Anyway, guys, I'm Travis Moran with Lucky Tackle Box. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Also, let me know what videos you want to see these tips on, and I will try my best to make that happen. See you out on the water.